Hello again. Well, again, this is Latanya Powers of Storehouse Bookkeeping and Tax, and I just wanted to come to you today with a quick note. All right, so we have seen recently, especially now in the headlines, the devastating fires in California. In addition to that, we've had some tornadoes that have gone through Alabama recently, those devastating floods that went through parts of the country just at the end of last year. And so there have been a lot of really traumatic weather events that have happened, and people have literally lost everything, And so in dealing with that, of course, we have the need to give, and they have the need to receive. I mean, if you've lost everything, you really do need help, and that's just the truth. And so what I'm seeing recently, of course, with all of this going on, are a number of GoFundMe accounts that have been set up to help raise funds for individual families and things like that, to help them to recover in whatever part that we can help them to recover from these devastating losses. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today, was the deductibility of these charitable gifts. And so first of all, I want to come and say that it is a blessing to give. If you are in a position to give, don't let whether or not a gift is tax deductible keep you from giving that gift. That's the first thing that I want to say. But the truth is that many people are looking for tax deductions when they are giving. And so with that in mind, this is what I'm talking about. All right. So, first of all, when you are giving charitably and you want a tax deduction, you have to give to a qualified charitable organization. All right. Charitable gifts to individuals do not qualify for tax deductions. But again, if you want to give just out of the benevolence of your heart, by all means, please do that. But know that those types of gifts are not tax deductible. All right. But if you are still giving out of the benevolence of your heart, but you would still like a tax deduction, again, you must give to a qualified charitable organization. And so what does that mean? Well, according to Investopedia.com, a qualified charitable organization is a nonprofit organization that qualifies for tax-exempt status according to the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. They must be operated exclusively for one of the following purposes: religious, charitable, scientific, literary, educational, testing for public safety, the prevention of cruelty to animals or children, or the development of amateur sports. In the United States, a qualified charitable organization is known as a 501c3 organization, referring to the portion of the IRS code, the IRC, that deals with the tax treatment of nonprofits. And so that is what a charitable organization is defined as, according to Investopedia, and that lines up with the IRS's definition of that type of organization as well. All right, so one thing that you can do is, when you are searching for charitable organizations, make sure you find a qualified and an actual charitable organization. Unfortunately, disasters like this bring out the scammers in droves, and they find ways to get at the money, and they take the money and it never gets to where you want it to go. And so the IRS has a tool that you can use to find a tax-exempt organization. So if you go to irs.gov and you can type in their search bar, tax-exempt organization search tool, and it'll take you directly to that tool. And that tool will help you to identify organizations inside of the United States that are registered with the IRS and are qualified charitable organizations. All right, so again, you can go to irs.gov and in their search bar, go to tax-exempt organization search tool to find organizations that are qualified as 501c3 organizations in order to get those tax deductions. And so you can give in forms of cash, donations to these organizations. Some organizations accept donations of food, clothing, furniture, other personal items like that. which are also needed and appreciated. Make sure that those items are in usable condition. Don't give away your trash. Throw your trash in the trash. If you're going to donate items, make sure that those items are usable. And then keep a list of those items that you are donating and their estimated cost. Usually we'll use like a thrift store cost or depreciated cost of those items if you know what that is. And keep that for your tax record, for your tax return for 2025. All right, so those are just a couple of quick tips regarding charitable donations. Again, I want to end this with the same advice that I gave at the beginning. Give to give. If you can afford to give just to give out of the goodness of your heart, please do that, because people are in need and they need your gifts. However, if you do want to have the tax benefit of that, please make sure that you're donating to a qualified charitable organization. All right, and that's it for now. Again, I'm LaTanya Powers of Storehouse Bookkeeping and Tax, and we'll see you next time. Take care.